Good evening. Welcome to this special Thanksgiving edition of the Baltimore City Council. This is the 19th regular meeting, the 74th term. We are now called to order. Councilman Blanchard will now lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Councilman Blanchard. The clerk will now call the roll.
Parker. Here. McCray. Dorsey. Here. Conway. Present. Schleifer. Middleton. Here. Torrance. Present. Gray. Present. Bullock. Present. Porter. Blanchard. Present. Jones. Present. Glover. Here. Ramos. Here. Cohen. Here. Mr. President, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We will now proceed with the adoption of the journals.
Mr. President, the journals for the November 10th regular meeting are in members' inboxes in the desk documents folder.
Without objection, the journals will be adopted. Hearing none, the journals are adopted. Bills signed by the mayor can be found on the meeting agenda. We now move on to executive nominations. Madam Clerk.
EA 25-0099, Jerome Brooks Jr., Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been signed to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0100, Michael Ross Jones, Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0101, Siani Phillips, Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0120, Marvin Mason, Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0103, Taylor Frayling Taylor, Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0104, Dr. Lindsay Gavin, Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0105, Dr. Philip Leaf, Member, Trauma Informed Care Task Force.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations.
EA 25-0106, Anna Moore, Member, Wage Commission.
This nomination has been assigned to the Committee on Legislative Investigations. We now move on to bills being introduced. Madam Clerk, please read the first bill.
City Council Bill 25-0126, Accessibility in City Programs, Services, and Activities, for the purpose of implementing Subtitle A of the Title II of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, as amended, and 28 CFR Part 35, non-discrimination on the basis of disability in state and local government services, establishing the mandate that no qualified individual with a disability shall, on the basis of disability, be excluded from participation in or be denied the benefits of the services, programs, or activities of a city agency, or be subjected to discrimination by a city agency, defining certain terms, establishing a special effective date, and generally relating to the provision of public services to qualified individuals with a disability. Lead sponsor, Ramos.
Chair recognizes Councilmember Ramos.
Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, colleagues. I believe very strongly that no matter what language you speak, or if you have a disability, city services must be available to all residents. This bill before you is a follow-up to the language access bill that we passed at the end of the last term. Recall that bill requires each agency to develop a language access plan for consumers, for constituents, public meetings, and more. The Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs will coordinate and train each agency to fulfill the language access plans and ongoing implementation. Through discussion with the American Sign Language community and the deaf of heart and hard of hearing, it was clear that a similar process was needed for American Sign Language, and further research showed that this was also the case with residents with disabilities in general. With the help of the Law Department, Office of Equity and Civil Rights, the Disabilities Commission, advocates, and the Mayor's Office, this bill before you lays out a similar process as we have in the Language Access Plan. All city agencies need to develop a plan to ensure residents with disabilities have full access to all of our services, all of our public meetings, and more. OECR will be the coordinating entity. You will note that a lot of the general principles in the Americans with Disability Act are also embedded in the bill. This was done on purpose so that whatever might happen with removing rights at the federal level, our laws here in Baltimore are still in place. Thank you, Mr. President, and thank you, colleagues. I look forward to the discussion and passage. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Ramos, and thank you for your ongoing leadership on behalf of making sure language is accessible to all here in Baltimore. I will take a call for co-sponsors. I see Madam Vice President, I see Councilmember Blanchard, Councilman Jones, Councilmember Torrance, Porter, Glover, Schleifer, and myself.
Pre-existing co-sponsors include Parker, Conway, Gray, and Bullock.
Great. All right. Thank you, Councilmember Ramos. This bill has been assigned to the Public Health and Environment Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0127, rezoning 4188 and a half O'Donnell Street and Block A, 6543A, Lot 001B, for the purpose of changing the zoning for the properties known as 4188 and a half O'Donnell Street, Block 6543A, Lot 001A, and Block 6543A, Lot 001B, as outlined in red on the accompanying plat, from the I-2 zoning district to the C-2 zoning district, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Parker.
Councilman Parker.
Yeah, I know we'll get into it. Thank you, Mr. President. I know we'll get into it, land use and transportation, but just by way of explanation here, this is an old railroad right-of-way. There's no track there. It doesn't exist. It cuts through the middle of a large property that's been zoned C2 for a long time, and so it's clearly seems to be an error, and so we're trying to correct that so that a broader development on the project with the dominant C2 zoning can move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Parker. This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0128, zoning, conditional use conversion of a single-family dwelling unit to 3 dwelling units in the R8 zoning district, 1118 North Carey Street, for the purpose of permitting, subject to certain conditions, the conversion of a single-family dwelling unit into 3 dwelling units on the property known as 1118 North Carey Street, Block 0055B, Lot 0101, as outlined in red on the accompanying plat, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Bullock.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0129, Supplementary State Fund Operating Appropriation, Department of Recreation and Parks, Service 654, Urban Forestry, $415,146, for the purpose of providing a supplementary state fund operating appropriation in the amount of $415,146 to the Department of Recreation and Parks, Service 654, Urban Forestry, to provide funding for 2 positions, a job training program, and a green building class to expand the Camp Smallwood recycling operations in hopes of advancing Baltimore's sustainability and equity goals and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Budget and Appropriations Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0130, City Streets, closing a portion of Remington Avenue bounded by West 27th Street, Remington Avenue, West 28th Street, and Crestmont Ave, for the purpose of condemning and closing a portion of Remington Avenue bounded by West 27th Street, Remington Avenue, West 28th Street, and Crestmont Ave, as shown in a plat numbered 310A 25A, prepared by the survey section and filed in the Office of the Department of Transportation, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0131, sale of property, a portion of Remington Avenue, for the purpose of authorizing the mayor and City Council of Baltimore to sell, either at public or private sale, all its interest in certain property no longer needed for public use, known as the former bed of a portion of Remington Avenue bounded by West 27th Street, Remington Avenue, West 28th Street, and Crestmont Avenue, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0132, City Streets, closing North Vincent Street, Forney Street, and a 2-foot alley, for the purpose of condemning and closing North Vincent Street, Forney Street, and a 2-foot alley bounded by West Lexington Street, North Gilmore Street, West Fayette Street, and North Mount Street as shown on a plat numbered 340-A-30A, prepared by the survey section and filed in the Office of the Department of Transportation, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0133, City Streets, opening a portion of Falls Road at the intersection of West Cold Spring Lane. For the purpose of condemning and opening a portion of Falls Road located on the east side of Falls Road northerly, 135.5 feet from the north side of West Cold Spring Lane, as shown on a plat numbered 284A-17A and dated on March 1st, 2025. Prepared by the survey section, filed in the Office of the Department of Transportation, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0134, City Streets, closing a portion of Falls Road at the intersection of West Cold Spring Lane for the purpose of condemning and closing a portion of Falls Road located on the east side of Falls Road northerly, 135.5 feet from the north side of West Cold Spring Lane, as shown on a plat number 284A-17A and dated March 1st, 2025, prepared by the survey section, filed in the Office of the Department of Transportation, providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee.
City Council Bill 25-0135, sale of property, a portion of Falls Road at the intersection of West Cold Spring Lane, for the purpose of authorizing the mayor and City Council of Baltimore to sell, either at public or private sale, all its interest in certain property located at the east side of Falls Road northerly, 135.5 feet from the north side of West Cold Spring Lane, and no longer needed for public use, and providing for a special effective date. Lead sponsor, Council President, on behalf of the administration.
This bill has been assigned to the Land Use and Transportation Committee. Please note there are no resolutions being introduced today. The consent calendar was sent to members' inboxes in the desk's document folder. Is there a motion to approve the consent calendar? All those in favor of approving the consent calendar say aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. The motion carries and the consent calendar is approved. We now move on to an executive appointment on second reader. Chair recognizes Councilmember Dorsey.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that we read short titles for the remainder of this evening's meeting.
Without objection, we will proceed with reading short titles for the remainder of this meeting. We will read short titles for the remainder of this meeting. We have one executive nomination on second reader. Madam Clerk.
EA 25-0064, Timothy Keene, Director, Department of Planning.
Chair recognizes Chairman Schleifer.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Committee on Legislative Investigations heard this nomination on November 20th and was recommended favorably. And so at this time, I'd like to move this nomination favorable.
Before we vote, is there any debate or discussion on this nomination? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor of confirming this nominee say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. This nomination is confirmed. Next, we have bills from the Land Use and Transportation Committee. Madam Clerk.
City Council Bill 25-0071, zoning, conditional use conversion of a single-family dwelling unit to 2 dwelling units in the R8 zoning district. Variances 15 East West Street.
Chair recognizes Chairman Dorsey. Thank you, Mr. President. This bill was heard on November 20th, last Thursday. It was recommended as favorable, Mr. President. There are findings of facts on my colleague's desk. At this time, I move the findings of fact.
All those in favor of adopting the findings of fact say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The finding of facts are adopted. The chair recognizes Chairman Dorsey.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just before I move the bill, I'll just note that those finding of facts consist essentially of the variances that were originally written into the bill as required at the time that the bill was drafted were no longer necessary because of the other bills that we have passed since then. And it's so great to know that other bills like this are going to be able to come to us without the need of variances in the future because of similar circumstances. So with that, Mr. President, I move the bill as favorable.
Is there any debate or discussion on this bill? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor of approving this bill say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. This bill will be printed for third reading.
City Council Bill 25-0091, zoning, conditional use conversion of a single-family dwelling to 4 dwelling units in the R8 zoning district, variance 1425 West Fayette Street.
Chair recognizes Chairman Dorsey.
Thank you, Mr. President. This bill was also heard last Thursday, November 20th, and was recommended as favorable. And with this also, there are findings of facts on my colleagues' desks, which again, essentially consist of saying the variances that were required in here for which we need to do finding facts are no longer required. Mr. President, I move the finding of facts.
All those in favor of adopting the finding of facts say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. The finding of facts are adopted. Chair recognizes Chairman Dorsey.
I move the bill favorable.
Is there any debate or discussion on this bill? All those in favor of approving this bill say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say nay. This bill will be printed for third reading. We now move to bills on third reader. Before we begin, I want to state for the record that the first bill on third reader was announced incorrectly with bill number 25-0113 at the previous council meeting, but the correct short title was read and it was printed correctly as 25-0095 in the agenda as it is for today's meeting. Madam Clerk, please read the bills and call the roll.
City Council Bill 25-0095, commercial motor vehicle repair on city streets, prohibition. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0099, supplementary municipal telephone exchange fund operating appropriation, municipal telephone exchange service 133 telecommunications, $1.4 million. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0105, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Baltimore City Public Schools, $12,911,344. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0106, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Fire Department, $38,520,093. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0107, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Department of Law, $81,393. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0108, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Liquor License Board, $454,415. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0109, supplementary special grant fund operating appropriation, Mayor's Office of Employment Development, $300,000. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0110, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Police Department, $47,492,889. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0111, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Department of Recreation and Parks, $5,630,976. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0112, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Sheriff's Office, $3,425,454. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved.
City Council Bill 25-0113, supplementary general fund operating appropriation, Department of Transportation, $4,457,580. Parker, McCray, Dorsey, Conway, Schleifer, Middleton, Torrance, Gray, Bullock, Porter, Blanchard, Jones, Glover, Ramos, Cohen.
This bill is approved. And now, committee announcements. Chairs, when you hear your committee, please proceed with your committee announcements. Budget and Appropriations, Chair McCray. No announcements. Education, Youth, and Older Adults, Chairman Bullock. No announcements. Housing and Economic Development, Chairman Torrance. No announcements. Labor and Workforce, Chair Jones. We're gonna bat the whole cycle here. Land Use and Transportation, Mr. Dorsey. Ruined my streak, Mr. Dorsey.
Sorry, man, I got 2 committees and 2 committees worth of announcements.
All right.
We have, we had hearings, I don't even know if these are necessary strictly speaking. We had hearings last week on 4 bills that we did not vote out of committee. Council Bill 250055, zoning conditional use parking lot principal use variances 701 Mura Street. Council Bill 250056, zoning conditional use parking lot principal use variances 702 Mura Street. Council Bill 250073, zoning conditional use conversion to a banquet hall in the IMU 1 zoning district, variances 1100 Wycomico Street. And Council Bill 250090, zoning conditional use conversion of a single-family dwelling to 2 dwelling units in the R7 zoning district, variance 220 North Culver. All of those will be resumed again in order to vote on them when the committee next meets again on Monday, December 1st. So this will be the first order of business at the already scheduled 9 a.m. hearing, and then we will continue with the already scheduled business for that hearing on December 1st. I had 5 things here, but one of them is a duplicate, so I have 4.
Thank you, Mr. Dorsey. Legislative Investigations, Chair Schleifer.
President, the Committee on Legislative Investigations will hold a hearing on LO 25-00401, Strengthening Renter Safety Act, at 4:30 p.m. on January 29th, 2026. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Public Health and the Environment, Chair Porter. No announcements. Public Safety, Councilman Conway.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Public Safety Committee has got a couple announcements. We're going to be having a hearing for LO 25-0042, AI surveillance in schools. This hearing is going to be heard, of course, here in this room at 1 p.m. on December 16th. And this, for folks that are probably curious, this is about the AI weapons detection systems that are currently in our schools. It's a contract that we have across the city, and we'll be digging into that in that hearing. So once again, that'll be December 16th at 1 p.m. We will hold our regular crime reduction and violence prevention hearings. There's a bunch of dates. It'll be here at 1 p.m. on February 3rd, 2026, May 12th, 2026, September 22nd, 2026, and December 8th, 2026, all at 1 p.m. And finally, we will be holding our regular hearings, our oversight hearings for the fire department and the EMS division. This is LO 25-0006, Baltimore City Fire Department and Emergency Medical Services Operations and Oversight for the following dates: February 10th, 2026 at 1 p.m., May 5th, 2026 at 1 p.m., and November 17th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Charter Review Committee, Mr. Dorsey again.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. This is just an adjustment to previously announced hearings. We will move the times of all future hearings, which have been announced already: December 3rd, 2025, January 21st, February 4th, February 18th, March 4th, March 18th, and April 8th of 2026. All of those will change from 5:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the meetings, the December 3rd will be in the Curran room as previously announced, but then all of the meetings starting in 2026 will be held in the Reeves room, 4 o'clock on those Wednesdays starting in. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Dorsey. We now move to regular announcements. Councilmember Ramos.
Thank you, Mr. President. This isn't a regular committee of the City Council, so I didn't announce it during committees. Tonight, the Citizen Street Task Force meets again at 7 p.m. It will be a virtual. We'll have another meeting December 8th, and then we'll be meeting. I'll announce dates later on for January. Thank you.
Awesome. Madam Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Could you please add to the moment of silence list Dr. Elizabeth Fran Johnson? She was one of the founding members of the Zeta Center that built that partnership, also a long-standing member of the Commission of Aging, and just a very strong supporter of community overall. And she passed away last week in her late 90s. And she attended just about every Commission of Aging hearing, even really to her death on Zoom. So just a very committed person with that sorority, and she's going to be missed. And her funeral is next week at the Union Baptist Church.
Thank you. Councilman Bullock.
Good evening, Mr. President and colleagues. Just wanted to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving in advance and invite you to come out to Councilmember Ramos's district on Thanksgiving morning for the annual turkey trot, which benefits the Y of Central Maryland. So come out and join us. It's only 3 miles. It's a good way to burn off some calories and pour some turkey.
Can people walk, or do they have
It is
to?
very family friendly. You are encouraged to walk. You can bring strollers. It'll only be about mid to 40s, but it'll be fun. So come out and join us. 8:30 in the morning.
Okay. Thank you, Councilmember Bullock. Councilman Dorsey.
I'll just announce this because it's so strange that I have such an occasion to. My very good friend Nika Corson is going to have a baby tonight, and usually we announce babies after they happen, but she's going to have a baby tonight. So happy birthday to Gloria.
Mazel tov. Who else? Other regular announcements? Hearing and seeing none. I will say there's a really beautiful mural unveiling in Councilmember Glover's district this last week. It was one of the Billie Holiday murals. Councilman's staff was out there. Big community event. We know that Billie Holiday spent a lot of her formative years here, growing up in Baltimore, of course, came back to perform at the Royal Theater, but had a huge, huge impact on our city and on the entire country. And so if you get a chance, Durham Street, there are these beautiful murals painted onto houses, painted onto screens, and this latest one was painted onto a garage, and is this beautiful scene of Billie and this 1940s car that she's jumping out of, and there's like a crowd, and it was just an awesome, awesome mural. Local artist that painted it. Beautiful thing. One of these like quirky Baltimore things that if you don't know, you don't know, but highly encourage, check that out over in the 13th district. 200 blocks South Durham, yep. Billie Holiday Way, as they call it. Major props to the neighborhood for organizing that as well. Other regular announcements. Hearing and seeing none, I will ask for a moment of silence for Dr. Elizabeth Johnson. Thank you. Tonight's district spotlight comes from Councilmember Paris Gray of the 8th District. Councilman, the floor is yours.
Good evening, colleagues. I guess our next hearing will mark 1 year for all the newbies for the city council. But as we approach, I am happy to say that I'm still here with no immediate plans to go anywhere. Yes, kinda. So, but all jokes aside, it's been an honor, and I'm sure I share that with all my colleagues that are just entered. It's been an honor to represent everyone for the last year. So for this district spotlight, we decided to just highlight some of the things that we're doing in our office. So we can go to the next slide. All right. So before I start that, I just want to say that I want to give a huge thank you to my team. Kim Sauer, Chief of Staff, Darian Clausen, who is my Director of Constituency Services, and Cameron Green, who is my Director of Community Affairs. We had our first District 8 Town Hall, which was an amazing success. We hosted it in the southwest part of the district. We had an amazing turnout and presented our district's strategic plan, constituency matters, community affairs, and our legislative agenda. We also heard the voices of the community and had engagement from our neighbors. It was a great event, and our next town hall will be scheduled sometime in early February, and it'll be on the north side of the district, and we also have some really cool ones, hopefully some joint ones with some other members as well, just as a way to make sure that we're getting out to people, bringing it to where they are, and hearing from them, because those are the folks that want to elect us. But two, if you're not on the grounds with your feet on the ground, you really don't know exactly what's going on. Next slide. Community connections. This is something I'm really excited about. We have relaunched our District 8 Community Academy series, which was created with previous council member Christopher Burnett. For those who don't know, our community academies are basically free, informational hearings for everyone who wants to log in, but we kind of cater it to the needs of those in the 8th district. So whether it's something that's currently going on and pressing, or something that we would just like for them to know, just for general knowledge, one of the things I believe in is it's very important to bring the knowledge to people and not have them go look for it. Our next community academy runs Thursday. Well, they run Thursday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. virtually via Zoom and Facebook Live. And we are having our next one December 4th at 6 p.m. But since October, we've had the Environmental Control Board present on environmental citation process, Be More Beautiful, or neighborhood revitalization grants, and the Baltimore City Children and Youth Fund, which presented on the Youth Fund coming up and all the amazing work that they are doing. Additionally, we have launched our community office hours, where we actually bring resources to the community and meet them at locations within the district. Cameron Green, who is my Director of Community Affairs, sets up our District 8 resource tables, so we can be anywhere from in front of a grocery store to having office hours inside of our Enoch Pratt Library on Emerson Avenue. Next slide. Community walks. This is where I believe you kind of earn your marks as a council member. It is the most intimate way to really get to understand each neighborhood one by one. And since the start, we've had a few community walks across the district, including earlier this morning, we were in the Tremont community, which was really awesome just to finally get out there after a couple years. And these are all hands on deck walks that bring out our leadership from our agencies and members of our neighborhoods, going street by street, addressing more some of the chronic issues. But outside the chronic issues, some of the issues that you hear about, and sometimes it's kind of hard for agencies to kind of figure it out or solve it. Sometimes it works by just go ahead and laying eyes on it. And so these community walks provide the perfect venue to do so. Next slide. District 8 website. So we're really excited about this. And in December, we are launching our comprehensive District 8 community website. This website features a neighborhood profile of each of our 19 amazing neighborhoods across the 8th district. Each page includes information on neighborhoods, its community association details, and more. We have a community toolkit page that connects residents with vital tools like who to call and direct agency contacts to assist in finding resolutions. Because once again, it's very important to give folks the information so they can do for themselves outside of if for some reason you're unable to get someone from my office, you still have all of the tools to be able to reach out to anyone from an agency, from our state officer, our state electeds, and also our federal representation as well. We also have an All Things Community Academy that can be found on that page where we'll announce upcoming sessions and videos of previous community academies so you can go back and look at the ones if you've missed them. We also have our monthly newsletter with updates, announcements, and resources, an events page that has easy access to our District 8 calendar for our residents to easily add things like community association meetings, resource fairs, and more to their personal calendar. And we also have a local legislation tracker where you can get real-time updates and track legislation that I've introduced as councilperson, as well as my legislative agenda and the committees I serve on. We'll go to the next one. Big announcement, the Emerson Village holiday event is back. We are really excited to announce that we're bringing it back after a 1-year hiatus, and it will be at the Emerson Village Shopping Center. This is just something we're trying to do because one of the things we heard while knocking on doors trying to advocate for the new shopping center, people often told stories of the monkeys in the window and all the old stores, but one of the things people really talked about was Christmas at the Emerson Village Shopping Center and how there were lights and there was this real festive spirit. And so we decided that we wanted to bring that magic back, and that's what we've done. And so at the Emerson Village Shopping Center, we'll have a fire truck, tree lighting, games, prizes, hot cocoa. That handsome man in the Santa suit, I don't know who he is, but he will be there. And we're also excited, like I said, just to bring the pride back and to celebrate. We had a lot of families come out. And the cool part was like people were just driving by during rush hour and they saw it pulled over, and like it was really nostalgic for a lot of folks. So I'm really happy to bring that back. This year we'll have it on Friday, December 12th, 2025 from 5 to 8, like I said, at the Emerson Village Shopping Center. So I would love to have you guys come out and be a part. We're gonna have a choir, and I know a few of you sing. I'm not calling them out, calling you guys out, and I know a few of you don't sing, and those are the ones I want. Tony, I want you. Next slide. So I wasn't able to attend this because I was at NLC last week in Salt Lake City, but we had a ribbon cutting for Mary E. Rodman Rec Center on Friday, November 21st, which was really special because it was a renovation, and sometimes renovations take a little longer than a new build, and so it took about 2 years. And while I couldn't be there, I was there in spirit, and I just wanted to play this video you guys may have seen on social media. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the grand opening of the newly renovated Mary E. Rodman Recreational Center. I am so happy, and I know this is a day that many have been waiting for, and this is a proud day for the Allendale community. This recreational center is something that is a source of pride for everyone in this community. It is historic, and it's going to be transformed. It is transformed for the entire community to all be able to enjoy under one roof. When you guys walk in here, you're going to see amazing amenities. You're going to see a state-of-the-art fitness center where families can stay active. You're going to see an arts room where kids can create, imagine, and transform and engage beyond the borders of their mind and the borders of this city. And we have multi-purpose rooms where people can meet under one roof and have community association meetings, gatherings. This is truly a center that is for any and everybody. So please, when you have a chance, stop by the new recreational center. Before I leave, I cannot leave without saying thank you to Mayor Brandon Scott. Thank you to Reginald Moore. And thank you to Daryl Sutton for allowing us to have this amazing sneak preview. Guys, this is a great facility, and we're so happy that it is open and servicing the Allendale community. Till next time, Councilman Gray. See you later. Yep, so outside of my acting career, like I said, we're really excited about the reopening of this rec center. It's a huge milestone for the Allendale community and something that I've been advocating with, along with the Allendale community, to make sure that it was reopened after a 2-year hiatus. It truly serves our kids, which will be able to come there each and every day, but we also have a very dedicated and strong older adult group that will meet there every Tuesday that that they were meeting at the actual school. So a huge thank you to Mary E. Rodman, EMS, for providing them that space to continue to fellowship. And the last slide is just keep things great in District 8. And so like I said at the beginning, as we close out the first year together, I'm really filled with gratitude, pride, and joy for all that we've accomplished in the 8th District. Over the past 12 months, we've shown what's possible when neighbors and a council office get together with one goal in mind. So I'm really excited about what's to come, whether it's our block cleanups, the community academies, new partnerships, and new possibilities. This year has been a celebration of District 8's strength, and resilience, and spirit, and this is only beginning. To the progress that we're seeing at the Emerson Village Shopping Center, to shared progress that we see along Liberty Heights with the theater that we're going to continue to work together on, and the senior center, and just the overall pride that I continue to have and love for my district. And so we'll continue to have these partnerships, and we'll continue to serve, and it's been an absolute joy to serve my incredible community. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, Councilman Gray, for your commitment to the 8th District, for your commitment to civic engagement, and your commitment to having good form in weightlifting. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. I know there's one more regular announcement from Councilmember Blanchard.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, cool thing that's coming up next Tuesday, something I've been working with DOT about. So next Tuesday evening, we're gonna have a traffic calming session symposium thing from 6 to 7:30 in the evening. Something that we've had a ton of, complaints and questions and ideas from across all of my neighborhoods. I've been trying to work through things with DOT and figured it'd be great to get all these folks in the community who are reaching out in the same room as the folks from DOT and coordinate that and have that conversation. So I imagine there's nothing unique in the 11th District about having these complaints about cars driving too fast and dangerous and whatnot. So that's going to be at the old Otterbein Church right across from the Convention Center next Tuesday at 6 p.m. if anybody wants to come out and check it out. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Blanchard. Anybody else? Going once, twice? Councilman Ramos.
Sure. The Christmas in my district is really, really great. This Saturday, the lights on the Miracle of 34th Street turn on at 6 o'clock. This is a block of just residents doing the great thing of putting their lights up, and then the entire world comes to see it, and it's really exciting. So 6 o'clock, Santa will be there to help turn on the lights, and then the lights will be on every evening until New Year's. So hopefully folks can come out and see this amazing display. Thanks.
Awesome. Miracle on 34th Street. Let's go. All right. Any other regular announcements? Hearing and seeing. Madam Vice President.
I forgot to mention, later this afternoon, I missed the luncheon. I was at a ribbon cutting for Catherine's Family, Children, and Youth Services, which I'm sure a number of council members know this group. They, I think, designed and opened up their first refrigerator on the campus of Park Heights Academy, where they, like every other Monday, have food distribution. Well, now they have a refrigerator where they keep soups, that the ingredients is made from the urban farm. They have a frozen section, and it's open free. Anyone can come in there and open the refrigerator to get something they need if they're hungry. And I think it's the third one that they're doing around the city. So a new idea. The ribbon cutting was a day. They had their food pantry today, and it was at least 600-700 people in line for food with their bags, just turkey, everything. They've been doing things for over 10 years, and they have just great partnerships around. So kudos to them and all the volunteers. This particular partnership was with Sinai LifeBridge, the Be More Food Network, and of course, Park Heights Academy.
Madam VP, do you have an address for that? You mentioned the food pantry.
It's at Park Heights Academy, which is the elementary school on Virginia Avenue. I
Gotcha.
don't know the exact number.
Fantastic. With that, any other regular announcements? Hearing and seeing none, I hope everyone has a delightful Thanksgiving. Do not eat too much. Enjoy your time. The next regular meeting of the Baltimore City Council will be held on Thursday, December 4th at 5 p.m. There being no further business, this concludes the 19th regular meeting of the 74th term of the Baltimore City Council.